Hello, I'm Jo Kiminade, and today I'm talking to John Knorr, CEO and founder of the Uglii Corporation. John, why is Uglii so important for businesses?
Well, Jo, it provides a new standard of business information that's designed to support every business in every country to get discovery and also to be able to do business wherever they want to do business. So it's a quantum leap in terms of a business's ability to perform in its local environment or on a broader scale, nationally or globally. So it's a very, very powerful system for all businesses, large or small. It's equally important for businesses. So yeah, it's an incredibly powerful system.
Okay, well that sounds very exciting, John. Is there a difference? You've said that it covers large and small businesses. Does it matter what sort of economy?
No, the system is about helping all businesses in all economies, and it's also about helping all economies, but we won't get distracted by that conversation at the moment.
Okay.
But from every business point of view, as long as the business is a legitimate business in its economy,
Sure.
that means that we can identify it as a legal entity, and we can also identify some relationship between it and its government. In other words, it has a tax relationship or whatever it may be. Then we can allow that business to register in the system. Okay, so that's the first hurdle. So once they qualify for that, then they can register in the system, and then they can get the benefits of being in the Uglii system.
Okay.
There are 5 benefits for being in the Uglii system that are free. So 5 services that
and registration's free?
Registration's
so every
free.
business can register into the Uglii system for free.
Yep.
And then receive free benefits.
Receive the 5 free benefits.
Right.
Yeah. Okay, so that's the inducement for them to come in, and those 5 free benefits are very, very powerful. Okay. Then there are opportunities for business to buy Uglii services, other Uglii services that they may think will be of benefit to their business. Okay?
Right.
But there's no compulsion about that. We think that they'll buy our services because they're so good. So yeah, the first thing, of course, for all businesses is to become registered in the system and be verified in the system, which is what we do, and then enjoy those 5 free benefits.
And the most important of those 5 free benefits is that they will get free spatial discovery, won't they?
Yes, that's particularly powerful, and it's particularly powerful for small businesses. The Uglii system is what we call spatially based. In other words, it's geographically based, which is very important for most businesses, because what most businesses want is discovery in their local area. Most businesses operate on a local basis. They're interested in being discovered by their clients or their potential clients within a catchment that's fairly local generally.
Sure. Right.
But for those businesses that want global discovery and to be able to trade globally and do things and export globally, the Uglii system is really very, very exciting and very powerful.
Okay. What about for governments, John? Is there specific services for governments?
There are. We've got 65 services that are fee-based services that businesses or governments can buy, and there's probably 5 or so services that most businesses will be attracted towards spending some money on.
Okay.
They're affordable because our system is automated, so we can make the price of our services fairly low. The rest of the services are fairly specialised. Okay, so if I'm a business that has, say, trademarks, that owns trademarks, then there's a set of services specifically for those businesses, and they're very powerful.
Right.
So if your business owns a trademark, then you should be looking at these services first.
Okay. All right. Now, I believe the services are tiered to an economy. So a more developed economy, it costs more than in a less developed economy.
Yeah.
So that really does make it affordable to everyone worldwide.
That's right. Yeah, we've structured the price structure for services so that they're affordable. As you say, they're affordable by any business in every economy.
Okay.
We've structured them in a compassionate and realistic sort of way.
Okay. Can you give our viewers a little bit of an idea how Uglii Find works?
Uglii Find is a search process. It allows a business to be discoverable. It allows it to be discoverable by its location. So we set the business up at a precise point on the surface of the planet, and we also allow that business to be be found very specifically by the products and services and brands and models that it sells.
Okay.
Okay, so we've departed from the old idea of keywords, which are fairly old-fashioned, and instead we use descriptions of products and services. Now, the descriptions of products and services are powerful because the descriptions can be in many languages. So we can be talking about one product or service, but many languages relate to that description of a product.
And when we are talking about that product or service, it's specific.
It's very specific.
Right.
We have 800,000 descriptions of products and services that we've written the descriptions of. That's Uglii Corporation has done all that work.
Right.
So the system is very, very precise, very specific. There's no excuse for a business not including all of the products and services that it sells and being discoverable by every one of those products and services that it sells.
Right.
Okay, if it's a reseller for a trademark owning business, then it's got to get a credential from that trademark owning business to be discoverable through that process.
Okay.
And that's up to the trademark owning business. So the system is incredibly powerful. It requires business to be a little bit attentive to make sure that the products and services that it sells are included in the discovery settings of the business.
Okay.
They don't have to write this stuff out. They don't have to type it in. They simply have to click on
select
it through a taxonomy, what we call a taxonomy, and then click on it.
And that taxonomy is that encyclopedia or list of 800,000
yes,
products and services.
That's right. And it makes it very specific and very easy for a business, especially a specialised business, to find the exact description of the products and services that it sells.
Okay.
So it can be exactly discovered by whoever needs to buy that product or service,
brilliant.
Wherever they are in the world.
Okay.
So it's a very, very powerful system.
Sure.
And because it's translatable, somebody can look into the system and look for a product or service from, say, China or Russia or anywhere else in the world, and see that business, what it sells and what it's got for sale.
All
so
right.
it's really transformational in terms of the discoverability of every business, not just big business. This is about small business, specialised business.
And what about Uglii Brands?
Uglii Brands is a system for trademark owning businesses,
Right.
and that's a very powerful system. Let's not go into it now, but let's make another little micro movie about those systems, because it's very powerful for trademark owning business.
All right.
And just to put that into context, there are about 24 million trademarks in the world. Okay, so Uglii brand system is very relevant for those 24 million trademarks and the businesses that own those trademarks.
All right.
So what we're really saying to business is, look, if you own a trademark, have a look at Uglii Brands. That's where you should be starting your involvement with Uglii.
Sure.
And if you don't own a trademark, then you should be involving yourself with Uglii Find, which is the search and discovery part of the Uglii system.
Okay. And can you give us like a brief overview of the marketplace system, the B2B marketplace system?
Yeah, the spatial marketplace system is really the most exciting of our services, because it allows a business to define the catchment into which it wants to market. Now, if I'm a local pizza shop, I really only want to market within, say, 2 kilometres or 2 miles of where my pizza shop is, because if I've got to deliver those further than that, they're going to get cold or it becomes inefficient. If I'm a concrete batching plant, I might want to go 20 k's or 30 k's, because that's about the limit I can deliver concrete before it goes off in the truck. So that's a self-defining catchment. And I don't want to cross that mountain because it's too hard, so I can define.
So it doesn't have to be by radius?
It's not necessarily by radius, it's by the convenience for the business, what the business wants exactly. So we have the tools in there that they can exactly define the catchment.
And does that include certain countries and exclude certain countries?
Yeah, of course. And if they're on a border between 2 countries, they can say, look, I want to deliver concrete into the next door country, and draw that into their catchment. So it's very precise.
So it can be by kilometre, by country, by...
Absolutely.
That's amazing.
That's very smart.
Yeah.
Now, the importance of that, of course, is that it allows that business to respond automatically or manually to any request for an offer let's say
Within
about
that
concrete.
catchment.
If we're talking about concrete within that catchment. So if a building site wants, say, 200 cubic metres of concrete in that catchment, then the concrete batching plant's alerted to that request, and it can respond with the appropriate price, the appropriate offer.
Can that response be automated, John?
It can be automated, yeah.
Okay, so you don't have to be sitting there watching your computer all the time.
No,
you can
no.
you can preset
Yeah,
that.
there's a myriad of processes in the system that allow shortcuts for the business to automate these processes and make them smarter, so they're much more efficient.
Okay, all right. Well, that covers B2B. What about B2C, business to consumer?
Well, business to consumer is just a little bit more restricted because it's only dealing with products and services that we as consumers use. Okay, so
Sure.
it's not as general and as wide as the Uglii B2B system, but it's much
Works
of a
on the
muchness.
same.
It can be used through a computer or a mobile phone. Okay, it has the same principles. So a business can offer whatever they want to offer, product or service, to anybody who's in the catchment at the time or lives in the catchment, whatever it may be that they've defined.
So businesses want to register, and why not? If they're getting it's free and they're getting free spatial
Absolutely.
discovery,
Yep.
so they need to register through an affiliate.
Yes, we have a network, a global network of affiliates. In each country there are affiliates, and they need to find an affiliate in their country to register through. Okay.
And how do they do that?
Well, we have an affiliate locator for every country, so if they go to uglii.com and look for the affiliate locator for their country, they'll see the affiliates that are available to them to register them into the system.
Okay.
It's all no cost, and the affiliates are there to help too. That's part of the reason we have affiliates, because they understand businesses in their local economy. Some of those affiliates can be specialised, so they may be specialised that relate to that
Industry?
industry.
Okay.
Okay, or they may be geographically specialised. They're looking after businesses in a particular location in their country.
Right.
So yeah, that's why we have those arrangements.
All right, so if you're interested in registering, go to uglii.com or click on this link and look for an affiliate that would be appropriate for you. And if you're a trademark owning business, please look for the Uglii Brands video, because that'll relate directly to your business. Thank you very much, John.
Thanks, Joe.